What is going on there, guys? So I did want to talk about this because I received a message from Slydad, and I think the best way to explain this is the best possible way to remove your footage without doing too much damage or overheating your unit is actually through USB. I would say this is probably the safest route. Yes, the fan will come on. Yes, you have to have a battery in it. Yes, the drone has to be powered on by its own power to be able to transfer footage for your computer to understand it. But at the same time, guys, you can transfer footage much faster through cable to your laptop than you can over Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is kind of like a last resort, honestly, because the drone itself has to stay on to be able to transfer that footage for 10-15 minutes without any of the props spinning to cool it off, or give it any kind of airflow at all. It just sits there and runs while you transfer gigs after gigs over Wi-Fi to your cellular device. So I think that method is probably better for traveling or on trips. If you didn't bring your PC with you, you know what I'm saying, your computer, then yes, that's probably the emergency route to go. Would I suggest doing that all the time? No. I think the best thing to do is transfer the footage from the Bebop 2 to your computer and then plug your phone in and transfer it to your cellular device if you edit on your phone, or if you're going to edit on your PC, this is definitely the way to go. It will transfer the files in about a minute versus 15 or 20 minutes of this thing staying on trying to transfer gigabytes of data to your phone. And what we found is that it actually in some cases overheats the unit. Whether you're warming it up and you sit there, never let a drone sit too long if you can avoid it, guys. That's the reality of it. If you can turn this on and get up in the air within a couple minutes of it being on, that's not gonna really hurt anything. But we have had cases like in Slydad's situation where once the motherboard overheats, it actually burns out little components. Now the drone may still function good, but if you wanted to perform a hard reset, after reading through the forums, I found that people were having problems after their unit overheated, that they weren't able to factory reset the drone afterwards because little components on the board burned out that it requires to run the boot sequence. And a lot of those people said that their drone stayed on for excessive amounts of time, and they think that's what caused it. So after replacing the motherboard, it actually solved the problem. Now that's a pretty big fix, guys. Even though these are easy to work on, that's a big fix for most people that aren't DIY. So I'm just going to show you how to transfer footage and how easy this really is. So this is a standard USB Android cable plugged right into my PC there, and all I'm going to do is turn this on while it's plugged in. You'll see it power up. As soon as it powers up, you should see a device pop up here. It'll say communicating with device or whatever it is, installing driver. There it is. It had to install the driver first, and all you have to do is go over to open device, click on media, copy these. These are huge files. We're going to go ahead and just cut them. We're going to paste them right to the desktop. Paste, and as you can see, it speeds right along. Even on an older laptop, this laptop's like 4 years old. It's a 2-in-1 touchscreen, but it still goes really quickly. So the drone only has to stay on for a matter of seconds. You know what I'm saying? So give you an idea here. We're going to transfer some pretty large files here. Actually, one of these is, there you go, done. So these were medium-sized files. So I would say a couple gigabytes is about a minute and a half, 2 minutes. There's half a gig right here between these files. And it transferred it in seconds, and I'm done. All I have to do now is just reach down, turn off the Bebop 2, and I don't have to worry about overheating the unit. If you've ever felt the heat that comes off of one of these things, they get very hot sitting here, and all it has is that little cooling fan to try to assist with cooling off the motherboard. So the faster you can get the footage off of it and transferred, the better off you're going to be. It's basically preventative maintenance. Keep your drone alive as long as possible. That's really how this goes. So that's what we're trying to prevent here. So anyways, guys, I just want to show you the proper way to do that. It's really quite simple. Now you just unplug it, good to go. Put this back on your shelf or back in your case or whatever you want to do. you know, take the battery out of it, put it back on the shelf. So anyways, guys, drone worship, I hope that helps, and I'm out of here. Toodaloo.